Hey everyone, this is the Loose Cannon, David McBee, and we are getting ready to go live. We're in Flippin tonight. We have volleyball action. It's Bergman versus Flippin right here on the Twin Lakes Sports Network. We are having some network issues, so I want to let you guys know that up front, but we have said our prayers to the internet gods, and hopefully we're good for the rest of the evening. We should be going live here in about 7.5 minutes. All right, guys, we're getting ready to go live. We're about 6.5 minutes away. Quick sound test. Make sure everything's working right here on the Twin Lakes Sports Network. We'll be going live in a flash. Hello everyone, this is the Loose Cannon, David McBee. We are getting ready to go live in Flippin tonight. We have some volleyball action. We have Bergman coming in to take in Flippin. This is going to be a big 3A conference matchup between these two rivals. Last time we saw Flippin, they were winning the Battle of Marion County as they defeated Yellville thanks to a monster game by Wolf. And since then, they have been on quite a roll, climbing their way up here in this 3A conference. Of course, our standings are available. You can check it out on our Facebook page. And as I mentioned earlier, we have had quite a few technical issues tonight. So, guys, we're going to do our best. Hopefully the stream, we can keep this thing rolling all night. So we're glad to have you guys joining us here on the Twin Lakes Sports Network because we're getting ready to get started in just a minute. Both teams coming onto the court. And we'll give it just another minute and we'll be getting started. This is going to be a great matchup. We're glad to have you guys joining us here on TLSN. Of course, the deal maker, he should be joining me later this evening, but I got Devin Milton here helping me out. We got to figure out a nickname for Devin. We got the deal maker, you got the loose cannon. So I'll have to work on a nickname for Devin. I know you probably got one, don't you? All right, we got to take care of that. So Devin's manning the camera for us here at Flippin. Shout out to the tech guy helping us out, and hopefully this stream stays stable the rest of the night. But so guys, if there is issues, I mean, we're aware of it. We know it's just a school network issue, not a whole lot we can do with it. Looks like we got Rich Harper online. He says this is going to be a good game. Looks like he's watching on YouTube. And we're going to have Wolf start off. She had a monster game against Yellville serving, and here we go. First serve of the game, we are off. Nice serve there by Wolf. Oh, nice save there by Wolf to keep it alive. Good back and forth early. First point of the game here on TLSN. And that one's going to go long. Out of bounds, going to be. Actually, they say it did go in. I thought that was long. I guess it must have been. It was tipped, so point for Bergman, so I stand corrected on it. We don't have much of a roster that we got off of Scorebook Live, so if some of these names are wrong. Nice serve. That's number 10, C. Going to put the Panthers, Bergman Panthers, up 2-0. And again, C to serve. That serve is long and out of bounds. So first point of the game for Flippin on the serve from C. This is going to be number 5. This is Jenna Bradley to serve for Flippin. The Bobcats versus the Panthers. Nice play there again by Wolf. She has been on quite a roll for the Lady Bobcats. Nice play from Bergman, number 12. Of course, the roster we have is off of Scorebook Live, guys, and we don't have a number 12, so put in the comments and we'll get that added to our roster. See, that's off of Davis, out of bounds, going to be a point. Bergman right now jumps up 4-1 here in the opening minutes. Remember, this is an interactive broadcast. We'd love to see your comments online as that one off of Moore out of bounds. So the Lady Panthers getting the advantage early. They jump out 5-1. Looks like we got Chris Wire joining us online. As, again, that one by Davis out of bounds. So momentum early here for the Bergman Lady Panthers. So it looks like we got Brent Mitchell joining us online. Shout out Melissa Pinkston. She's watching us as well. Again, good play by Wolf, keeping it alive. She's already made a couple good plays here in the opening minutes. It's going to be a nice play by number 2, Mudgett, as Bergman's going to jump up 7-1 here early. Hopefully I'll see Chris Wire at some basketball. He's usually the ultimate basketball fan for the Bobcats. Actually, it'd probably be a battle between him and I think Kaylee Chatelaine. Those are the ones I see at every single game. And that was number 13, Davis, serving it for Flippin. That one had some mustard on it, but it lands out of bounds. Going to make it now 7-3. So Davis to serve again. Pulls Flippin back within 4. Goes out of bounds. Another point for Flippin. Pulls them now within 7-4. Online, we have Rich Harper. Are you going to film some Flippin basketball when the season starts? Absolutely, man. Absolutely. We already got the Arvest tournament planned. We're going to be getting our schedule out. There's a point by Flippin. And now Flippin pulls back within 2. But yeah, we got a lot of Flippin games scheduled for this year. Honestly, the whole month of November, we're pretty much in this gym with the Arvest tournament. We're in it for about a week. We do about 30 games here. And, of course, your Bobcats will be some defending champs there. Another good play there by Wolf. And Wolf gets the point. Nice play by Wolf. And now Flippin is pulled back within 1. It's 7-6. It's like online, Karen Wolf. She says, go Flippin, go Wolf. It's like Bergman wants to talk it over. Right now it's 7-6 here on the Twin Lakes Sports Network. And, of course, we could not do this broadcast without some of these great sponsors we have, such as Shark Creek Graphics, also Buffalo River Float Service, canoes, kayaks, shuttle services, tubes, and more. Give Aaron Darnell a call. It'll be float season before you know it. Also, Letty's Fine Mexican Dining. Stop by and see Domi. Domi's probably got this playing on the TV at Letty's right now, so shout out to Domi. Also, Genuine Care Pharmacy. Stop by and see Clint for all your pharmaceutical needs in the Gassville area. Appreciate him. He's been with us since the beginning. And Laura's Mexican Kitchen. They got 2 locations now, one in Bull Shoals and also one in Yellville. So Chris Wire says, Sid did the volleyball thing. He says, I'm still all in. Great hearing us back on. Dude, Chris Wire was like our #1 fan for like 18 months in a row. It was amazing. And there's an amazing play by number 30, Schroeder, with the left hand. And now it's pulled it back to a 7-7 game. So Flippin with a 6-0 run here. And another point. There's another great play by number 30, Schroeder. And now it is 8-7, so a 7-0 run here by the Lady Bobcats as momentum is shifted. But then Bergman answers right back. Nice play there by number 12, which, again, as I mentioned earlier, we don't have number 12 on our roster, so any Bergman fans, give us a shout out. Let us know her name, and I'll get her added to my roster. Of course, this game is on Facebook and on YouTube. You could watch on either one. It's off of Schroeder into the net, so back-to-back points by Bergman. And now it's 9-8. I forget I can actually sit down since I got someone else working the camera right now. So I've been out for a little bit with surgery, so just now coming back. Hard hit there by Ebert, out of bounds. Off of Bergman, so Flippin gets the point. And now this is number 12, Ross, to serve for the Lady Bobcats. Smart play there by Bergman to pull back on it as the serve goes out of bounds. So the point goes to Bergman right now, up 10-9 in a tightly contested first game between these two conference rivals in an important matchup here in the 3A conference. That's number 10, C. Gets the point right now. It's 11-9. Oh, quick hands there by Wolf, keeping it alive, but is going to be another point for Bergman. So right now, 12-9. So those people watching too, if you want to tag in a family member, that way they can watch if they're unable to make it to the game. Hit that share button. That helps us get the game out there. Wolf, going to be a setup for Schroeder. We're going to say Schroeder into the net, so point is going to go to Bergman. So Flippin had an 8-0 run, got back in it, but now Bergman answering right back and getting on a little run here. Right now they're up 4. It's 13-9. Out of bounds off Schroeder, so it's going to now be 14-9. Looks like Kaylee Chatelaine online. She says, go Bobcats. She is our Flippin Bobcat basketball correspondent. We'll be reaching out to her a lot during ball season. Nice play by C. Point is good. Now it's 15-9. Of course, she is manning the Bobcat booth to become a booster fan. I got my sheet. I'm going to get it filled out. I will get it back to her, not to Tara Payne. I'll get the family package. That way I can get a Bobcat shirt this year. That way I'll be all in. Nice play there by Schroeder. And Flippin now pulls back within 5 as they get it, the serve back. This is going to be number 3. This is Moore. Good hard serve there by Moore. Flippin unable to make the save. Point is back to Bergman. So Bergman right now up 16-10. It's like Deborah Donner online. She says, go Flippin. We got Bobcat fans everywhere tonight online. They're just taking over. As that serve into the net from Porter. And now this is number 30, Leela Schroeder, to serve for Flippin, down 5. Trying to claw their way back into this matchup, important matchup, 3A conference matchup. And that's off of Bergman. So that's going to pull it to 16-12. Also got to give a shout out. Of course, we'll be back in Cotter. Got a lot more Cotter games. Shout out to them. Quite a winning streak right now over with the Lady Warriors. They're a junior high team and senior high team, both 9-0. It's run like 57 sets in a row. So shout out to them. Nice play by number 1, gets the point and then comes out of the game. Back to serve. This is Ebert. Down 5. Right now it's 17-12. In our Twin Lakes Sports Network Game of the Week. And it's an important 3A conference matchup. As that went off of Davis, so it's going to be 18 to 12. Good move by Flippin, letting that go out of bounds, and here comes Wolf. Of course, she really led the comeback for the Lady Bobcats against Yellville, game we covered 2 weeks ago. And really started some good momentum for this team, trying to get their season back. Somehow Flippin kept it alive, but unfortunately the punch goes out of bounds, so now it's going to make it 19 to 13. NC again back to serve for the Lady Panthers. Good answer back from the Lady Bobcats, and they pull back within 5. That was the lefty, number 23, Robbins, getting it over. Now Davis is blocked. It's going to go off of Flippin into the net, so that's going to make it a 6-point game. It's 20 to 14. Of course, I want to thank you all for joining us on Facebook and on YouTube. So shout out to Devin Milton, helping me out tonight, manning the camera till the deal maker can get here. Wolf sets it up. There's Davis. Good play from Bergman to keep it alive. Wolf dives on the floor. Oh, good defensive play there by number 3, Moore. Number 3, Moore, with a really good play there. And now it's 20 to 15, so nice play by Moore as now they get possession back. Into the net again, Moore with some good defense. Now it gets to 20 to 16. Here goes Davis, down 4. Serve into the net. Now it's 21-16, 5-point game. My cameraman, I think he's already getting wore out. He's not used to this much work, man. That serve into the net. Now it gets to 21-17. The lefty Robbins. Robbins with a nice looking serve, but there's a good play by number 23, Porter, and that's going to make it 22 to 17. Nice serve there by the Lady Panthers. And now 2 points away from going up 1-0, taking this first set over the Lady Bobcats. Wolf sets it up for Schroeder, but its shot is out of bounds. So now 1 point away from going up 1-0 and taking the first game of this matchup. Flippin can make no mistakes here. We had a Lady Panther into the net, so Flippin gets the point. This is going to be number 3, Ava Moore, to serve. Schroeder with a missile. Nice play by Schroeder. Back-to-back points. Right now it's 24-19. And now again, Moore. And that's going to do it. The Lady Panthers take the first one, 25-19. We're going to step away for just a minute here on the Twin Lakes Sports Network.
Our Best Bank believes in the power of serving others. That's why we're committed to working with and supporting those who serve our communities. From the ones growing our food to those putting it on everyone's plate. The ones building our neighborhoods, working to improve them, and supporting their neighbors in need. Our Best believes that all communities deserve a financial partner who cares. Our Best Bank. We believe.
All right, so the Panthers jump up 1-0 here on the Twin Lakes Sports Network in this 3A conference battle between Flippin and Bergman here in Bobcat country. And the Lady Panthers going to start off the second game here. Nice serve there by C. Oh, nice play there. Number 12 gets the point. Bergman scores first. They jump out 1-0. Those people there watching online too, let us know who you're cheering for. You're cheering for the Lady Bobcats or you're cheering for the Lady Panthers. We'd love to see it in the comments. First game of the season here in Flippin. First of many. We got volleyball and basketball we'll be covering here. And with the conference season, hard to believe conference season already running down. That one off of Davis into the net. Hard to believe that we're already pretty far into volleyball season. Oh, nice play there by Robbins. Robbins going down. You could hear the knee skinning up here. Moonshot there. Wolf punches it over. As they say, that was 4 hits, so now the umpire is going to have a conversation here. That looks like Flippin's going to get the point, make it 2-1. Actually, looks like they're going to play the point over, so 2-1. This is going to be Wolf to serve for Flippin. Wolf again just so consistent off the serve, and nice defensive play by number 15, Loomis. And now it's 2-2. Play number 12. She skied on that one, gets the point, and that makes it 3-2. Yeah, another good play. That was Loomis and also Davis with some good defense there. And now it's 3-3. Flippin really doesn't want to fall behind 2-0 here. So important to see if they can get back into this matchup. This is Bradley serving, wearing the number 5. Good play there by Robbins and Wolf. As Flippin keeps it alive. Nice play. That was number 13, Abby Davis. And that puts the Lady Bobcats up 4-3. Schroeder gets it back over for Flippin. Schroeder sets up, trying to get it to Robbins. A little bit off on the setup there. That's going to make it 4-4. And the Lady Panthers going to get the ball back here. Of course, tonight's matchup on Facebook and also on YouTube. And now Facebook only keeps live videos up for 30 days, so make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube. There you can see our entire archive of over 400 games online. Go back years and years. Nice play there by the Lady Panthers as they get the point. Bradley, no way she could make that save. That was a good shot there by the Lady Panthers. Now back out in front, 5-4, Wolf. Over to Moore. Moore gets it over. Robbins and Wolf. And a nice play there by Schroeder. Makes it 5-5. Because that was a battle between Moore and number 12 on the Panthers. They're going to get the point now, 6-5 with the lead. And back to serve here is number 12 for the Lady Panthers. Again, Lady Panther fans, we don't have her name in there. If you have it, feel free to put something in the chat. We use the rosters off of Scorebook Live right now. It is 6-6. Lady Panthers took the first game up 1-0. See, Bergman thought they had the point, started celebrating maybe a little too early. But now they are celebrating. They take the point. It's 7-6. This is number 23, Porter, serving for the Lady Panthers. Set up for Schroeder. I think they're going to get Schroeder into the net. Actually, it's going to be a point for Flippin, so nice play there by Schroeder. Point is good. It's 7-7. And now this is number 3, Moore, serving for the Lady Bobcats. Wolf over to Schroeder. Schroeder hits a missile. Nice play there by the Lady Panthers to keep it alive. Here goes Wolf again, that time for Loomis. Good reaction there by the Lady Panthers. Again, they try Loomis for the third time. Third time is the charm. Loomis gets the point, and now it's going to be 8-7. Moore again with the serve. Back-to-back points, now extends it, it's 9-7. And we got a timeout on the floor. Good one here in Bobcat country as the Lady Bobcats up 9-7 here on the Twin Lakes Sports Network. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back here on the Twin Lakes Sports Network. It's 9-7. Flippin has fought their way back in this game. Now they lost the first one down 1-0. Right now trying to get back and tie it 1-1. They don't want to fall down 2-0 to this Bergman team. Oh, nice play by number 10, C. She's had some big hits here. And that pulls it back to 9-8. Lady Bobcats gonna have the lead or back within one. I'm gonna zoom it in just a little bit closer there. That means you're gonna have to move quick now. I zoomed down the camera on Devin that time, so. Serve went out of bounds, so we'll give him a minute or two to get used to it. I changed his angle a little bit. I'm gonna see if I can get a little bit closer. As that's number 30, that's Schroeder with the missile. Nice play by Schroeder. It's 11-8. So Flippin now up 3 and starting to feel a little bit of momentum. They got a good student section standing up. They're all on their feet. So we love covering, especially Flippin, Cotter, and Yeovil. There's another point for Flippin. Now it's a 4-point lead. As these student sections, they bring a lot of noise, especially at volleyball games. There is Loomis. Loomis hit a missile on that. Good play, though. Good reaction there by the Lady Panthers. As they get the point now, it's 12-9, back within 3. Nice serve there by C. Now it's back to a 2-point game. As the Lady Bobcats, as I mentioned, they don't want to fall behind 2-0 here. Nicely placed serve there by C. Gets another ace. That pulls it to 12-11. Oh, nice play there by number 13, Abby Davis. And that puts Flippin back up too with their server here. This is number 2. This is Wolf. She was our player of the game, last Flippin game that we covered. Uncharacteristic right there. I don't think I saw Wolf hit one single one in the net the entire Yeovil game. 13-12. There's Loomis. Shows some great extension there. I'll tell you what, when Loomis hits the ball, it comes off. when she hits it, it comes off hotter than donut grease, man. It's got a little bit of mustard on it when she hits that thing. Holy cow. That puts the Lady Bobcats back up 2. And that's going to go out of bounds. So now up 3, 15-12. You can definitely feel the momentum shift since the last time out here. And Loomis with a great serve there. Point for the Lady Bobcats. That puts them up 4 now. As they're climbing their way back into this. We're glad to have you guys joining us for our Twin Lakes Sports Network Game of the Week. There's Loomis. Good response there by number 2, Mudgett. And that stops the run. It's 16-13. Now back to serve. This is number 22. I don't have her on my roster. Oh, good reaction there by Robbins. And nice play by Wolf. She finds the open corner. Now back to a 4-point lead for the Lady Bobcats. It's 17-13. This is Davis here to serve as well. That serve goes into the net. Going to give it back to the Lady Panthers. Still anyone's game in this second game here. Bergman right now up 1-0. Flippin, though, with a 3-point lead. Pinpoint serve right there, unable to respond. As she found the hole in the defense. She goes right at it again. And again, back-to-back plays. That's off number 21, Wood. So now Bergman has clawed back within 1. Of course, our 3A conference standings, you can see those on our Twin Lakes Sports Network page. We update those once a week. I think I got them put up earlier this week where we have the 3A and the 2A. Also, we have 3A and 6A football as that serve goes out of bounds. Serve a little bit long, makes it 18-16. And this is Robbins. Pretty serve from the left-hander. Wood sets it up for Schroeder. Schroeder hits a missile and answers right back. And now it's 19-16. Robbins going to stay on the serve. Battle at the net. Nice play there by Schroeder. And she has been a spark plug for this Lady Bobcat team here in the second set. Now they're up 20-16. Here's Robbins again to serve. Wolf with a nice setup for Schroeder. Good play. It was a beautiful setup from Wolf. And now it's a 5-point game, 21-16. Are they going to knot this thing at 1 apiece? That serve from Robbins goes out of bounds, so back to a 4-point game. Anyone's matchup here in this second game. We're glad to have you here on Facebook and on YouTube. Oh, beautiful play by Wolf. And now the lead is 5 with more to serve here. Good athleticism from Wolf. Now the Lady Bobcats going to see if they can close this out here. Only 3 points away from tying this thing at 1. Wolf was going to set it up for Loomis. So the point goes to Bergman. Bergman staying alive here right now, 22-18. This is number 0. This is Ebert to serve. And that end of the net, there's an easy point there from Flippin. 2 more to knot this at 1. And there's number 30, Schroeder. That serve into the net, so again, another point. Back and forth battle between these 3A conference rivals. Oh, great action at the net. Good recovery by both teams to keep it alive. Wolf over to Davis. And the Lady Panthers. Moore tried to make the save as Schroeder dives on the floor but unable to get the point. Right now it's 23-20. And this is C to serve. Down 3. Good serve there by C. Bergman gets the point, now pulls back within 2. It is 23-21. Bergman right now up 1-0. Trying to go up 2-0. Lady Bobcats trying to get this thing back at 1 apiece. And there is Davis with the nice play. And now 1 point away. It's going to be Wolf to serve. Flippin just needs 1 point to tie this at 1. Another solid serve by Wolf. There's a setup. There's Davis. Bergman somehow keeps it alive. There's Wolf again. There's Loomis. As they give the point to Bergman. So it's 24-22. Still Flippin just 1 point away. Bergman's going to need 4 in a row here. Bergman cannot afford to make any mistakes, but they do into the net. Point for Flippin. They have come back, and we are knotted at 1 as they take that one 25-22 here on the Twin Lakes Sports Network. Of course, we couldn't do these games without these great sponsors that we have here on the Twin Lakes Sports Network, such as Twin Lakes Therapy and Living. They're located right here in Flippin. Follow them on Facebook. Check out their social media. They're always sharing cool things that they have going on at their location. Also, Marion County Farm Bureau. Stop by and see Joey Sample. Get a quote on your insurance today. Marion County Farm Bureau. Diatley Dental. We know where great smiles start. They start over on actually a new location right next to Papa John's in Mountain Home. So Autastic Creations by Bethany. That's my daughter's jewelry business that she does. So if you haven't seen it yet, follow her on Facebook. She'll be at Cotter Farmers Market. And Amber Knowles for Marion County Treasurer. This is paid for by the Friends of Amber Knowles. Community experience and transparency. And Shark Creek Graphics, t-shirts, stickers, hats, banners, hoodies, license plate, and more. Check them out on Instagram and also on Facebook. And Buffalo River Float Service. Hey, it'll be float season before you know it. So stop by and see Aaron and Pam Darnell. Give them a call, 449-2042, and go ahead and make your reservation. And Letty's Fine Mexican Dining over in Gassville. Stop by and see Domi. And Genuine Care Pharmacy, Clinton Rectomwald. Also want to throw a shout out to our scoreboard sponsors that you see there. We have Baxter Health, Arvest Bank, White River Marine Group, Marion County Farm Bureau, Twin Lakes Therapy and Living, Clay Maxey, Genuine Care Pharmacy, and Shark Creek Graphics. We appreciate a lot of these have been with us since the very beginning. This is our 7th season of covering local high school sports, and we couldn't do this without you. So, well, you can help us out if you're watching right now. If you're watching on Facebook, hit that follow button. Say, hey, I'm going to follow Twin Lakes Sports Network. If you're watching on the YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And that, like I mentioned earlier, YouTube now is where we keep our archive of games. All of our games going back to 2018 are on there. So that's definitely the place to go check it out, since Facebook takes the videos down now after 30 days. So wanted to make everyone aware of that. Also, shout out to the people working the Bobcat Booster table tonight. You have Kaylee Chatelaine and Tara the Hammer Payne. They're hammering out, getting sponsorships to help the Bobcat Booster Club. They got some sweet deals right now. And here goes Wolf to start off. It's one apiece. Looks like they have an illegal setup there, so that's going to be a point for Flippin. They will take it. It's their easiest point of the night. They jump out 1-0 here in the 3rd set, and this is Wolf. A lot of heart shown by the Lady Bobcats. They were down late into the 2nd set, but they battled back, and there is Loomis. Loomis almost doing like a Matrix-like move, getting the point. And the Lady Bobcats jump out 2-0. Looks like they're going to get Robbins. So it's going to be a point for the Lady Panthers. And this is C with a nice serve. Good play there by C, gets the point. And it is 2-2. Dropping the hammer down was the Lady Panthers on that one. Gets the point. Nice play by number 12. Good setup. So C is going to keep the serve. 3 straight points makes it 3-2. Moore tried to make the save, goes out of bounds, so Bergman now jumps up 4-2. Of course, these teams battling it out in the 3A conference. This is an important conference matchup as districts and regionals right around the corner. It's only a couple weeks away as this volleyball season goes quick, as that serve goes out of bounds. Still trying to work on a nickname for my cameraman tonight, Devin Milton. I thought about calling him Devin Dimes Milton because all he does is drop dimes all day long playing basketball, but now we're gonna have to work on that. I'll have to find something a little bit better. Nice play there by Wolf. Finds a hole in the defense, gets the point. We're knotted at 4. I think I called Devin. I think I called you Butter because you were on a roll last year. I think that was one of the nicknames, and I said like you and Logan Guthrie had more chemistry than a periodic table. But we'll get one a little more specific. Another point there, good play by Bergman as now they take the lead again, 5-4. These are two very evenly matched teams that are battling it out. Wolf with the setup for Davis. Nice defensive play by number 12. Gets the block. Going to be a point again for the Lady Panthers. So I don't know. Maybe we should start a poll on the nickname. He's probably saying right now, he's like, what I get myself into tonight? I'm having to work too much. Joey has said he's on his way, so he'll be here soon. So now when Joey gets here, though, he always has to stop for a bathroom break, too, on the way. So when you see him, don't get too excited. As good defensive play there by the Lady Bobcats gets the point. It's 6-5, down 1. During our next commercial break, though, we got to zoom in the camera on the Bobcat table over there just to thank them for the great job they're doing. There's a nice play by number 12 again. Wish I had her name on my roster. Any Panther fans want to give me her name, I'd love to announce it. Oh, we got Wade Strong joining us online. He says, what's up, Dave? Why wasn't I at bowling? I was actually hanging out in Branson, so shout out to Wade. He's a big Bobcat fan. Again, good response. That's going to make it 8-5. Of course, this week we will not be broadcasting Yellville Summit football. They are on the road, so we'll have a week off. As Flippin, they keep it alive. Good play there by Wolf to get it back over. Oh, nice play by Moore at the net. Good defense by Moore. That's Robbins serving it for Yellville. Or I'm sorry, for Flippin. There are too many schools. Sometimes I get mixed up. At the net. Nice play. Bergman unable to make the save. Good defense there. That was Schroeder. Right now it's 8-7. As the lefty Robbins again back to serve. Ball kind of comes in at a different angle with that left-handed serve there. Nice play there by Schroeder. Gets the point. And it's 8-8. And this is a critical third set here. Tied at 1 apiece. Maybe I can get some of the, because there's some Bobcat fans here. I need to get them to join me on the headset. I can pull out a headset for them if they want to come over. Nice play there by Wolf. And now it's 9-8. Flippin has really battled back since that first set. And then there is the ace by Robbins. Now it's back to a 2-point lead. Again, Robbins. Good defense there by Zero. Ebert at the net. And it's back to a 1-point game. Rotation, so Ross checking in for the Lady Bobcats. Number 12 has had a good game for the Lady Panthers here. Wolf over to Schroeder. Good defensive play there by the Lady Panthers. Back to Schroeder. Good back and forth here, but nice recovery, Ross. And there's Schroeder again. Wolf, she's going to set it up for more. Both teams settling back down. Now set up again for Schroeder. Battle at the net. Point for the Lady Bobcats. It's 11-9. knotted at 1 game apiece. More shot into the net, and it's 11-10. This is Jordan to serve for the Lady Panthers. That's not going to get over the net, so now we are knotted at 11. So this is Jordan. And now the Lady Panthers up 1. Wolf over to Schroeder. Schroeder, and it's going to be a point for Flippin. Knots it back at 12. Now this is going to be Schroeder to serve for the Lady Bobcats. And a good back and forth battle. Good play by Schroeder. Wolf over to Davis. Good defense by number 2. Mudgett, he put some pressure on that shot, so Bergman with the point. Now it's 13-12. Good serve there by the Lady Panthers. They get the point now up 14-12. Looks like Wade says his brother is in the high school band. Thank you, Olivia Thomas. She says Holly Keeter's number 12 for Bergman. So Keeter has had a monster game tonight. And that's going to be another point. So the lead now is 15-12. Tight one here on the Twin Lakes Sports Network. We're so glad to have you guys joining us. And of course, we appreciate these great sponsors such as Laura's Mexican Kitchen in Yellville and in Flippin. Or actually, I'm sorry, I said Yellville, Flippin, Yellville and Bowl Shoals. Also Lakeside Pharmacy. Free delivery. That's the pharmacy I use. I live in Bowl Shoals, so shout out to Lakeside Pharmacy. Free delivery. Also, White River Materials. You got a big project going along. Give them a call, 425-3431. And Cotter Rock Cottage, VRBO 955-491. That's 955-491. Cotter Rock Cottage. And All Creatures Veterinary Hospital, exceptional vet care for your pets. Call them today, All Creatures. And Baxter Health. Of course, I think there's some football tonight going on tonight. I think we got the Bombers traveling to Rolla tonight. I think they got a Thursday night game, so sure, over at Mountain Home, there's like 20 different ways you can watch the games, it seems, so plenty of options in Mountain Home. That goes off of Keeter into the net, so important point. Down 2 about halfway through this third set, and this is going to be Wolf. The serve for Flippin. She hits such precision on her serves. But there is a great response by the Lady Panthers. A little miscommunication from the Lady Bobcats. So now the lead is 3. And this is C. Nice play by Schroeder to make the save. Wolf gets it over for the Lady Bobcats. Loomis gets it back over. Now big time play there by Keeter. Gets the point. And now the lead is 4. Knotted at 1. Critical third set here. This is C to serve. Looking for the call. Looks like it was out of bounds was the call. So point to Flippin. That gets them back to 3. It's 17-14. Oh, there is Keeter dropping the hammer on that one, and now the lead is 4. This is Mudgett to serve for Bergman. Davis gets it over. Keeter hits a missile. Nice play there by Schroeder. Flippin unable to get it back over. Point again for Bergman, and now it's 5 points. Largest lead of this third set here. A little bit of a momentum shift here in the last couple plays. And there's Keeter flying in again. Good back and forth. Nice play there by the Lady Bobcats to keep it alive. Schroeder gets it over. And finally the point for Bergman. And now the lead is 6, 20-14. Mudgett now to serve for the Lady Panthers, up 6. As that one from Keeter goes out of bounds, and it is 20-15, so Flippin's gonna get it back. Looks like the deal maker just arrived, so yeah, Devin's been helping me out on camera tonight, so. There's Keeter with a missile, but good play by Moore, gets it back over. That one's gonna go out of bounds, point to Flippin, it's 20-16. And now Davis back to serve for the Lady Bobcats, down 4. Knotted at 1 apiece. And so it's going to be a point for Flippin. That pulls them back within 3. Winner of this goes up 2-1, so this is important. Davis to serve now for the Lady Bobcats. That one just a little long, goes out of bounds, makes it back to a 4-point lead. There is Schroeder with a missile. Good defense there, but they keep it alive somehow. Great play there. Schroeder again with another bomb. Again, gonna try Schroeder. The third time gets the point, and now it's back to a 3-point game. It's 21-18. This is Ross with the serve for Flippin. There's Keeter. Great defensive play by the Lady Bobcats. There's Schroeder and Keeter hitting some missiles back and forth. But Keeter can't get that one over into the net. Now it's a 2-point game. It's 21-19. Ross again to serve, down 2. Important third set here. Schroeder gets it inbounds. Nice play, and now Flippin back within 1. Ross again to serve, 21-20. And Ross gets the point. Great placement on the serve, and we are tied at 21. We got a timeout on the floor. We got a slobber knocker here on the Twin Lakes Sports Network. We'll be back in a flash here on TLSN. All right, guys, here we go. We are back. It's 21 apiece. Flippin fighting back feverishly here in the third. Knotted up at 1 apiece. Important point here. Here comes Keeter. And Bergman answers back, gets the point. Now they're back up 1. This is a huge point right here. In this tightly contested 3A matchup. Good left hand by Schroeder, but Bergman answers back to keep it alive. Wolf over to Schroeder. At the net, Sia's block. Good defense there by Wolf. Wolf and more, but the shot out of bounds. And now it's a 2-point lead for Bergman. Trying to go up 2-1 here. That's going to go out of bounds. C shot out of bounds, and now it's 23-22. And this is more to serve for the Lady Bobcats. Good serve there by Moore. Wolf over to Schroeder. Schroeder missed that one just by a fraction. Now it makes it 24-22. This is game point, or set point. Are they going to go up 2-1? And Flippin wants to talk it over here on the Twin Lakes Sports Network. We'll be right back.
Arvest Bank believes in the power of serving others. That's why we're committed to working with those who serve our communities, from the ones caring for us every day to those shaping our tomorrows. The ones dreaming big dreams, celebrating their unique cultures, and discovering the power of financial freedom. Arvest believes that all communities deserve a financial partner who cares. Arvest Bank, we believe.
All right, guys, welcome back. Third set, critical play here. It's 24-22. Trying to go up 2-1 is Bergman. Flippin can afford no mistakes there. There's Loomis. Loomis answers back, and now it's back to a 1-point game. Schroeder to serve. It's still game point for Bergman. Flippin can make no mistakes here if they want to stay alive. Bergman a chance to close it out. And that is inbounds off of C. And Bergman takes the third set. They take it 25-23 here on the Twin Lakes Sports Network. We'll be back in about 3 minutes for the fourth game here on TLSN. It's 2-1 Bergman. All right, we're back. It is fourth set. Right now, Bergman up 2-1, seeing if they can close out this critical 3A matchup. It has been a back-and-forth battle between these two teams. Looks like they're going to start off. This is C to serve. And Bergman gets the first point. Again, C right now up 1-0. Bergman trying to see if they can close it out. Flippin trying to stay alive. Oh, nice play there by Keeter, but good defense there by the Lady Bobcats. Wolf over to Davis. Good play by C. And Keeter gets it back over for the Lady Panthers. There is Loomis. Loomis with the nice play, gets the point, and that knots it back at 1. And there's Wolf into the net. Bergman now 2-1. Nice play. Great back and forth action in this 3A battle here. The lefty Robbins finds the corner. Great play by Robbins, and that knots it at 2. Now this is number 15, Loomis. She's had some big plays tonight. Of course, shout out to Devin Milton for coming in last second, helping me out real quick. Appreciate it. Also, shout out to the tech guy. Nice left hand. Sweet touch there by Davis. Loomis Flippin now up 1, looking for more. Loomis with a solid serve. That puts Flippin up 2. We need to set up a headset for the deal maker here. Oh, Joey says he's been coughing. I had to take Dayquil. Joey was sick as a dog on Friday. That serve into the net from Loomis. Of course, people were asking me, like, what was up with the camera Friday night? I said, dude, there were times I looked over at Joey and his eyes were closed. He literally fell asleep while filming. And I tried to send him home. I was like, hey, I'll do the, solo thing. Couldn't get him to leave. Nice play by Keeter. It is 4-4. There's Wolf over to Moore. Nice play by Moore. And that pulls Flippin back to 4-5. I know this year's been an interesting year so far in the Twin Lakes Sports Network. We've had a battle. There's a point for Flippin, and we're knotted at 5 as we haven't had like one broadcast where it's just like typical broadcast. Everything works the whole time. It's been technical issues. It's been a lot of stuff. Probably more than we've had any other year. And none of them are our typical issues that we have, but luckily we've made it work, and we're live, pal. Wolf pushes it to the corner. Now Bergman gets it back over. Davis over to Robbins. Robbins again. As the point does go to Flippin as the lefty Robbins. I'll tell you what, when she hits, it kind of reminds me of a Phil Mickelson. Nice, smooth, left-handed swing. When he hits that pitching wedge from 50 yards away, that's where Robbins is. She will just find the perfect spot. Nice play by Robbins. It's 5 apiece. And there is more at the net. And this student section starting to make a little bit of noise here as it is 7-5. And Bergman wants to talk it over here on the Twin Lakes Sports Network. Let's thank our sponsors such as White River Marine Group. Also, Ashley Haven State Farm in Flippin and in Mountain Home. Appreciate Ashley that she's been with us for quite a while. We like Ashley, even though I think she's a big Ole Miss fan. Also, Arvest Bank, locations all throughout north central Arkansas. And our Arvest Bank player of the game. We actually have medals being printed up right now that we're going to be handing out. Clay Maxey Chevrolet, stop by and see the deal maker. Joey the deal maker Shaw. Don't see him when he's sick, though. When he's sick, poor guy, he gets really sick. Also, Twin Lakes Therapy and Living. I mentioned earlier, guys, you got to check out their Facebook page. They have all sorts of cool things that they do with their clients. They're always posting on their Facebook page. Check them out. And Marion County Farm Bureau. Stop by and see our good friend Joey Sample. I think he just had a birthday, too. So, happy birthday to Joey Sample. And now it's been a happy birthday so far in this fourth set for Flippin, up 7-5, trying to force a fifth set. Bergman trying to seal the deal and close it out. There's a shot from Schroeder into the net. And now this is going to be Keeter. Keeter's had a monster night so far. Schroeder with a missile, but good defense there by Bergman. Unable to make the save is Schroeder, who laid out. And now we are back knotted at 7. Now every once in a while we have something weird happening on our screen, and it makes no sense this year. We ran the commercial earlier, scoreboards there, but I was like, man, I've had to create the scoreboard 3 times tonight. I can do it super fast. There's a serve into the net. So now Flippin's got it back up 1, 8-7. And this is the lefty Robbins. I don't know why I always have to say lefty Robbins. When they're left-handed, it's never Robbins with the serve. It's the lefty Robbins. I wish I was left-handed. Play, but it goes out of bounds. Number 21, that was Wood trying to get it in. It goes out, so now it's 8-8. Online we got Wade Strong. He's saying, let's go Bobcats. And he said, hey, he's got some new bowlers. Guys, this is an interactive broadcast too, so let us know who you're cheering for. Or if there's a player you want to give a shout out for, a certain player you're cheering for. I think my phone just died, so I need to probably plug this in. It's par for the course tonight. As Flippin gets the point, and now it's Moore back to serve. More serve into the net, so now it's 9 apiece. Of course, Wade online, he said, Dave, why wasn't you at bowling? I wasn't at bowling this week because I was actually in Branson. I took Bethany, my daughter, up to Branson. She helped get me back into health with my knee, so I figured I owed her a couple days of fun up in Branson. Like that went off Schroeder out of bounds, so now the Lady Panthers with a 1-point lead. It is 10-9. And this is going to be 0. This is Ebert to serve. Wolf gets it over for Flippin. And that's going to go out of bounds off of Wood, so now a 2-point lead. It's 11-9. That's C with the serve. Wolf and Loomis pushes it over for the Lady Bobcats. Now these next couple points are going to be important. Into the net, so now it's a 3-point lead. That's 0 again with the serve. Now a 3-point lead. It's 12-9. Or I'm sorry, now 4-point lead, 13-9. The Panthers trying to see if they can close this out. And that one out of bounds, Flipping with the point. And now Schroeder. It's 13-10. But more importantly, right now it is 2-1 Bergman. Flippin trying to force a 5th set. There is Loomis again with the extension. Gets the point, and it is 13-11. I know Joey's looking at our screens right now. I know there's stuff on there that's bothering him, but we jerry-rigged it just to make it through tonight, Joey. I literally got that's my third scoreboard. I got that set up in about 35 seconds. I mean, I had to hurry. And now Flippin gonna need to hurry here down here in the fourth, trying to force a fifth set. And that one goes off C. Hits the top of the net and falls. So now it's 14-11. Into the net, so actually no, they say it's a double hit, so that's gonna be point for Flippin. So now it's 14-12, Flippin back within 2. This is gonna be Wolf to serve. Serve into the net, gonna make it 15-12. I gotta stand up before my leg goes to sleep there. At the net battle, Bergman gets it over, but it is out of bounds. Point for Flippin. It is 15-13. Now this is Loomis to serve, down 2. Good serve there by Loomis. Nice play by Wolf to keep it alive. Wolf is set up. There's more. Set up. Here comes Keeter, and a missile from Keeter. And that's going to put the Lady Panthers up 3. I got 4% on my phone now, Joey, so I was having to use that to make sure it was staying working because the computer on Restream I couldn't see. So a little technical talk right here. There's a setup for Keeter with the left hand. Keeter with the point. If Bergman wins this game, they take the matchup. More shot into the net. Now it's a 5-point lead. It's like Flippin wants to talk it over. It is 18-13. We'll be back in a flash here on TLSN. Okay, guys, here we go. It is 18-13, 5-point lead. Into the net, Flippin gets the point. Back within 4. Our computer has a mind of its own tonight. There's Davis with the serve. Davis is going to set it up. Here comes Robbins. Set up for Keeter. Keeter in the corner. Nice play. Point is good. And now it's back to a 5-point lead. And now Keeter back to serve with a 5-point lead here. Wolf over to Schroeder. Wolf gets it back over. Now C, good play there by the Lady Bobcats. There's Wolf over to Schroeder. Point is good for Flippin, and it's back to a 4-point game. Now Joey knows why my phone died, because I was using that to make, that was what I was using for the broadcast. There's Robbins. Down 4, trying to force a 5th set. Bergman somehow keeps it alive. As Moore with the nice defensive play. There's Schroeder. Shot out of bounds, so now it's going to be a 5-point lead. It's 20-15. There's Schroeder. And that good answer by Schroeder. Now it's back to a 4-point game. And now this is Moore back to serve. Flippin trying to force a 5th set. That's into the net. Now back to a 5-point lead. 21-16. There goes Keeter. Nice play. Wolf keeps it alive. Battle at the net, and it's going to be a point for Bergman. So now 22-16. Three points away from taking the victory. Flippin though trying to stay alive. There's C, hits it in, point is good, and now 2 points away are the Panthers. It's 23-16. And we got a timeout on the floor. 4-set Flippin, or Bergman trying to close out Flippin here in the Twin Lakes Sports Network. We'll be right back. Welcome back to TLSN. Bergman has the serve. 2 points away from closing it out. Flippin trying to force a 5th set, but they need a big comeback here. Wolf keeps it alive for Flippin. Another battle here at the net. Who's going to get it? And they give the point to Bergman. So now Bergman 1 point away from taking the victory. Are they going to be able to close it out, or can Flippin stay alive? And that's not going to get over. That's going to do it. So Bergman goes on the road, and they take it 3-1 over Flippin in our Twin Lakes Sports Network Game of the Week. Of course, thank you guys for joining us. This has been the Loose Cannon, David McBee. Of course, the Deal Maker, Joy the Deal Maker Shaw's been here. So Bergman takes this 3A conference battle. We'll be back next Friday night. We'll be in Yellville for football and got a lot of exciting things getting scheduled up here on the Twin Lakes Sports Network. So for the Loose Cannon, David McBee, Joey the Deal Maker Shaw, remember, go out and do something nice for someone, and remember, your tomorrows are never guaranteed. Have a great rest of the week, and we'll see you next Friday night here on the Twin Lakes Sports Network.